IYBO is a very special orchestra. It's quite unique in that we bring musicians from around Ireland from the ages of 18 to 24. We bring them all together in July to do a performance course where they're performing on period instruments.
I heard about the Irish Youth Baroque Orchestra from a friend of mine, an Irish violist who was studying in London and who sang at the church where I used to play the organ. And she really highly recommended the course to me, and she had also been an apprentice with the Irish Baroque Orchestra and just had only good things to say about it.
As a harpsichord player, this is the only youth orchestra I could do because no other youth orchestra has a harpsichord in it. So that's definitely the best part, is getting the experience of just playing as a large group.
Well, I really enjoyed the course last year. It was my first time playing on a Baroque instrument, so I basically just wanted to come back and do it again because I don't really get much opportunity to play it outside of here. And yeah, it's just such a nice ensemble. It's nice and small, everyone gets on, lots of like-minded people.
It's so exciting to play with other students around my age and experience early music together.
IYBO started in 2017, and each year it has really grown and developed. The musicians who get in are very, very talented and very, very interested and open-minded. And we find that a lot of musicians who come along to IYBO then develop this interest in Baroque music and want to take it further. IYBO gives them this wonderful opportunity to perform with other like-minded musicians at a very, very high level. They often get an experience to perform some solos, and there can be this gap between your experience in college and trying to enter into the highly competitive field of professional orchestras, Baroque orchestras, and IYBO helps to bridge that gap. The wonderful thing about experiencing performing on Baroque instruments is that you can discover something new about the music and about why the music would have been originally composed for these kinds of instruments.
It's been a really lovely community. We all arrive in the morning and stay until the evening. We've had these rehearsals in the lovely Wesley House in Dublin, and the ensemble is just big enough that you feel that you're being a part of something quite big, but also it's very intimate, and you feel that your place is valued and you have a place in the ensemble and you're important. But together we come together to create this really lovely big ensemble sound.
I find actually after I leave every year, I'm just more aware of what I'm doing within an ensemble of any sort. So I'm always more aware of what the other part is. I know what I can do, what works, what doesn't work.
Playing with the orchestra is really nice because we have the chance to share with the teachers in the orchestra. So I feel that we learn a lot in a short time because we have the teachers just in the side or in front of you, and you can just copy what they're doing and you can ask questions. They're really open and nice, and you got the chance to meet super nice people from everywhere.
Each year we have two Baroque dance workshops, and we invite Mary Collins, who's a Baroque dance specialist. And together we experience what the characters of the dances were, what it actually feels like to dance a minuet rather than always just playing minuets, what it feels like to accompany a dancer. And you can also experience what it's like to be in an orchestra where you're all holding hands in a circle, dancing together. That energy that you experience in a dance workshop then translates into more energy and more communication in the concert experience.
We were kind of able to figure out the character of just the pieces we were playing and how fast they should be or things like that. So it was really helpful and really fun. We were all so bad, but it was funny doing them. But we actually learned so much from them, and the things we learned the minuet steps and other dances as well, that we were then able to apply it to the music we played, and it just helped us to play more in the style.
think is really helpful is that the course helps the musicians to ask more questions. Questioning the source that they're using. Are they using an original source that they can trust, that the composer actually wrote those slurs or those notes, or is it a highly edited edition? Questioning the tempos, questioning the articulation. If you ask those questions and you start discovering some answers, then that empowers you as an artist to make your own choices. So I think a lot of musicians learn that there are so many more options available, and it's up to them to really decide as artists how they want to interpret a piece.
Well, I've learned so much about how to play in the Baroque style, things like ornaments and just like the dance feel in a lot of the pieces. So I'll definitely use that when I'm playing any Baroque music as a soloist or in orchestras again, and on modern oboe as well, like not just on Baroque oboe.
The experience has benefited me greatly, as I haven't had that much experience leading a continuo section. I've performed in operas before, but never with an orchestra as extensive as this, so it's been a great opportunity.
When you go back to modern bassoon after playing one of these, you feel that you're putting so much more air into it. So my tone on the modern bassoon after playing the Baroque bassoon is always so much richer, because you've gone back to the very foundation of how the bassoon was meant to be played, which is with the air.
It really fascinates me how these different things that aren't actually in the music notes can kind of, we can take them into our interpretation and learn from them about how the music would have been played beyond what's just written down by the composer.
I've had such a great time this year with the Irish Youth Baroque Orchestra, and I definitely hope to apply again in the future and explore more repertoire, and hopefully as the orchestra will be expanding with more instruments as well.
I would highly recommend it. I think it's a wonderful experience, and I would tell them to go for it and to come into it with an open mind and ready to learn lots about Baroque music.